Hello and welcome, this is Mercenary, and we're back with some more BattleTech. In the last video, I completed my first mission in the Burton system, and I was able to get a new mech, the Yager mech, which I'm really excited for, because it finally gives me the depth in the support role I've been looking for. Unfortunately, Decker took a hit, and I don't have a backup scout pilot at the moment. But I may be able to, with the experience that I have accumulated on at least one of my pilots, be able to fill that role, not as well as Decker would have, but we could fill the role. We have two more missions in the system to do. They're both battle missions, which does worry me a little bit. It's not as difficult. We're at 2.5 skulls, but it still can be quite a challenge for us. So it is going to be a trial for sure. One's going to be in the desert and pays a little bit more, and the other one is going to be in the lowlands and pay a little bit less. As far as environmental conditions go, this one is definitely going to be easier in that regard, but we don't know what kind of opponent we're going to have. We could have reinforcements, so we could have 2-on-1 odds, so we may want to equip our squad appropriately. One thing I thought about doing is bringing in the fire starter for this desert condition, where we may be able to take advantage of our opponent heating them up. But if we're outnumbered 2-to-1, that's going to be really difficult to do, because to use the fire starter properly, you have to put it in the right positioning. It has to be very close range, and if there's a lot of enemy mechs around, it may not be able to get into that position that you need. And I don't have Decker anymore, so I'm not going to have that initiative advantage that we get from him. So we couldn't turn a medium mech into a light mech as far as initiative is concerned. So I may need to use a light mech here if we want that ability to do hit and run attacks utilizing that initiative. But my opponent may also have light mechs as well at this difficulty level. So, you know, this is going to be challenging not having Decker. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump in and take a look if we can indeed get ourselves a backup scout. I don't think Ruthless, who I had planned to make our backup scout, I don't think she's going to have enough experience. Just enough time hasn't gone by, and we see that here. Medusa may, though. Yeah, so Medusa we could turn into that backup scout. I had intended to use him to be the backup for my pilot, giving him the same skill set, but doesn't look like that's going to be his destiny because we need him now to be our backup scout. That's something we can easily do, so we'll give him experience in that. Outside of that, what else would we want? We could afford either of these two things. Guts would give us just a recoil, which isn't going to help us too much. And this would give us accuracy, which would be helpful. At this stage, that accuracy is pretty important. So, yeah, okay, we'll go with those two and confirm. All right.
Mech warrior training complete.
All right, so now that we've done that, I'm not going to modify the Yager mech. I talked about that in the end of the last video and what I probably would end up doing with it. I'm going to hold on that, and the reason being is if I do that, and if I were to do it properly, I'd have to take both the Yager mech and the Trebuchet out of commission. And if we do one of these missions and either one of those mechs takes damage, we're going to want a backup. So at this moment, I'm going to continue to use the Trebuchet because it has the upgraded weapons. If it takes damage, then the Yager mech is the backup for that. And if that takes damage, well, we wouldn't need it anymore because we only have 2 more missions. But in theory, we'd have the Centurion as our final backup for our support. So, all right, that's going to be the game plan. So let's take a look at what of these missions we want to do. I might be able to divine from the contract description which of these is going to be the one less likely to have the reinforcements, although I would like to do both of these missions just because of where we are financially. Okay, Commander, the Federated Suns is tracking an extremely heavy mech with Tarian heraldry. Provocation is almost certainly bait for a trap. Okay, so it's a trap mission. We would like you to spring this trap. Engage the heavy mech, intercept the forces the Tarian Concordant sends to defend it, and destroy all of them. Now this one for sure is going to have reinforcements, but what nature those reinforcements are going to be and how many they're going to be, I don't really know. As much as it says a heavy mech, we've done this mission before and it hasn't been a mech, so it could be a vehicle, the reinforcements could be vehicles, so this one's a little bit more unpredictable, but I don't think it's going to have, I don't think it'll be 2-to-1 odds, but I don't know that for sure. Hot landing. Satellite surveillance pictures show that a heavy lance was inserted onto the plant surface by a pirate dropship. They will be fighting pirates. I don't know if pirates would have reinforcements. Currently, we believe they're securing their LZ, preparing for whatever operation they have planned. Before they finish securing the area, we'd like you to interrupt them. They're heavily armed, so expect strong resistance. Okay. So if they just sit down, they may not be battle ready. We might catch them with their metaphorical pants down. Well, in this case, it's pirates, so they'll probably be in a bad state of repair. There may not be reinforcements, because again, they're pirates. They're not very well organized, but then again, there may be, I don't know. This one, it's Tarians, so the likelihood that they'll be fully armored is more there. We know that there's going to be one heavy opponent. Could be a mech, could be a vehicle. Again, it says mech here, but I've seen vehicles be the thing. But it's usually a heavier thing. And then there's probably going to be maybe one lance that's going to come in, maybe two, as our opponents. So numerically speaking, this one's probably going to be less dangerous, but we have the desert to worry about. Let's do this one because, you know, again, I think it may just be one lance as an opponent. I could be wrong, though. All right, so as far as everything goes, I'm just going to go 50-50 on this one. We'll get cash and salvage. We'll accept. Now, this is where I have to make my decision on what I'm going to do here. So we do have everybody here. The Blitzhawk, we could sub out for somebody that would be, you know, have better heat efficiency. In my mind, the Shadowhawk, which I haven't renamed this yet, but I'm actually thinking about calling it the Scout Hawk. Now, theoretically, they have the same heat efficiency, but I don't actually think that's true. From what I've seen, this Shadowhawk seemingly has better heat efficiency than the Blitzhawk. So we could go that route, but I think, you know, this is probably good enough. Now, we could stick with the Griffin Hawk with our pilot, which is going to be Medusa in this case. By the way, I should make the change here. Glitch should be the one, not Jalopy. Jalopy's supposed to be the backup. So we could go with this. The problem with this is that the Griffin wouldn't have that initiative bonus, so it would act as a medium mech. And in my opinion, Scouts, I really think you should have that focus on having them have a little bit better initiative. So in that vein, I'm actually really strongly considering doing the fire starter. In this case, we'd be using the sensor lock ability a lot more because we need to wait for our opportunity to utilize the fire starter at its best, which is to heat up an enemy mech, potentially shutting them down. But if we are outnumbered, this would be a terrible choice because that opportunity is going to be a lot harder to find. And then we're even more outnumbered because I won't be using the fire starter much other than to secure those sensor locks, which we may or may not use. So this is quite a bit of a risk in my mind, but I'm going to try it. All right, let's deploy. All right, here we go.
Command interface initiated.
This is where the satellite pictures show the hostile lands touching down. Move up and make contact. Let's see what we're dealing with. Expect serious resistance. Liviera out. All right, so no mention of reinforcements.
This whole planet could use an air conditioner.
Oh, are we in combat already? The objective's over this way. Oh, okay. So we've got a vehicle. All right. So we started in combat. I think that's the first time I've ever seen that before. It's a heavier vehicle, so I guess we'll just reserve. All right, so we have something on the medium scale. Reserve again. So it may not be mechs at all. We'll have to see. We have a little building there. All right. A couple things on the heavy. A lot. Okay, another vehicle. Okay, we have a mech. So 2 vehicles and a mech. 65 tons, that could be a number of things. All right, so we have one thing that's on this assault level, and it's right there. Really don't want it to see us, but we also want to establish a line of sight on something. So what do we do with the fire starter? I probably won't be able to move into a contact to actually see anything. Yet it may. That's the thing that's going to be able to see me. Obviously, we wouldn't want to jump so they could see me. It looks like I can jump here, see them, and they won't be able to see me. So, yeah, we'll establish a line of sight that way. I may still end up sensor locking here. I'm not exactly sure. But in this position, nobody's seeing me. It's possible the vehicle will be able to move somewhere where it can see me, but I'm hoping The way terrain is, this rock will block. I mean, it sure seems like it would, but maybe the vehicle could move in such a way that it'd be able to see me. But if they can't see me, I would assume this thing can't either. Okay, so what do we have? We have a Thunderbolt. Got 2 evasion, so sensor locking it could be beneficial, but let's sensor lock the vehicle that's next to it. See what we've got here.
I've got a sensor lock.
Okay, what is this? Is a... Not letting me know just yet. I'm gonna assume it's the same thing as this because they're the same weight, although who knows, 80 tons, that could be a number of things. Demolisher. Okay, so we do not want to get close to that thing. Matter of fact, we probably want to hit it now. Well, there was only some things on the medium scale. How about I jump up here. We see what this thing is. Maybe hit it in the side. And now we know what our opponents are, at least the ones that we have sensor context of. We didn't get anything else, right? I don't know how this might be all... Well, no, we had something on the medium scale that we haven't seen yet. All right, well, let's do this jump. I want to get max evasion here. And I'll probably even use vigilance, because the likelihood they may be able to hit me is kind of higher here. What do we have here? A Shrek PPC carrier. Okay, we may be able to kill that. It looks like they all have half armor, too. Yeah, okay. So, let's vigilance up. Then we'll hit this guy. A nice side attack. Maybe we'll get a kill. There we go.
Everything you've got.
So the Shrek PPC carrier, I mean, as the name implies, it carries PPCs. It carries 3 of them, so that can be kind of devastating. And then the Demolisher has 2... Oh, we have another one on the assault level. I didn't expect that. All right, well, whatever it is, it didn't shoot at me, so it must not have LRMs. I say that, though. We just killed the only thing that probably could have seen me, so... Not necessarily. So yeah, the Demolisher has 2 AC-20s, which is extremely scary. Okay. Clear over here. Well, we want to take the Demolisher out, and it may take both the Trebuchet and the Dragon to do it. So... I think we move up, but then we use vigilance, maybe? To try and help defend ourselves. Yeah, I'm gonna try that.
Location confirmed.
It'll also give me that initiative boost that we may need. Again, we're going after the Demolisher, as I consider that to be a little bit more of the threat. The Thunderbolt's nothing to laugh off, but Demolisher could do some devastating damage to us, so let's do what we can about that. Thankfully, it only has half armor, but Demolishers have a lot of armor, so we need to make sure it dies here.
Waiting for orders.
I'm going to go ahead and hit it again with everything I have, just to be sure. I could do some damage to the Thunderbolt, but this needs to happen, so let's go ahead and do so.
Here we go.
Unfortunately, it was not enough. Okay. I don't think that Demolisher is going to be able to get to anybody this turn, though. So as long as I play it safe, I should be okay.
Good to go.
In this case, the smart move is to back off and get out of line of sight, but make sure that we can at least sensor lock something to get some advantage here. Here we should be in decent cover. I don't think he'll be able to establish a line of sight. Should still have him in sensor contact range. I may have misjudged this jump, but
Confirmed.
then again, he may not be able to establish a line of sight either. Unless he has sensor locking or somebody has sensor locking. Okay, sensor lock.
Sensors locked on.
Oh, maybe I should have sensor locked the Demolisher. I didn't think about that. No. Guess we'll wait here. If I had sensor locked the Demolisher, I would have been for sure been able to kill it before it got to go. But now, kind of screwed that up. Well, oh well. We're just going to have to be playing on the strength of our defense, hopefully. They may have decent numbers on me. And this is the more important one. Okay, so it wasn't able to do anything with it. Thunderbolt, I'm gonna guess... Oh, no, it didn't... At least I don't think it established line of sight. Okay. Well, with that being the case... I can't reserve again. So, in this case, we do definitely want to take out that Demolisher if at all possible. So, can I jump into a spot where I can do that? Well, I could jump there, but we'd be in kind of a precarious spot if I did that. I think what I should do is I should go with Behemoth here. We'll be able to move up here, and then we can make that move after some of these other guys have moved. That way we're not endangering my mech for no reason.
Heading out.
Okay. Fire away at the Thunderbolt. Why not? Okay, burn down the evasion. Okay, so it can see me. Well, it's still good to wait because it didn't get many hits there. Although, it must have only fired one weapon because that was full damage. Alright, I think they do have maybe one more vehicle that can go, but I'm going to go ahead and make my move now. Probably moving into cover makes the most sense, so we'll do that.
Engaging jump jets.
Now, how many weapons I'm going to be able to fire here, I don't know. We'll turn off this one. We'll fire away here. I'm kind of tempted to turn more off, but I want to make sure this thing's dead. There we go.
Let's do this.
Now, according to that, we have killed 50% of our opponents, but we know that there's something on the medium scale, so what could that be? Because we know these two aren't moving on that, unless this guy is moving on the medium scale, which I don't think he has been. Alright, well, we don't have vision on this, so there's really only one target for me.
What can I do for you?
I'm going to go ahead and move here. Because the Thunderbolt is kind of getting closer. And may go after the Trebuchet. We don't want him to do that, so... in this case, we're only going to fire one of the other M15 at this guy. Do full damage.
Tell me what to shoot.
Okay, back around. Well, now is kind of the time that I would like to be using the fire starter, but unfortunately he's not in the right position for me.
Commander.
If I move up here, I'm not quite getting the other guy in sensor range. I want to be able to sensor lock that other vehicle so we know what the heck it is and what we can do about it. Definitely slung LRMs at me, so...
Up high.
Also to get into a position where we can actually do things against the Thunderbolt. Be nice as well. Sensor lock this. Okay, what do we have? And we still don't know what whatever is at that initiative. The Manticores. So Manticores tend to have pretty good armor. It'll take some work to get down. Well, in this case, I think we should go with the Trebuchet here.
I hear ya.
And multi-target. So you're going to be... Turn this on. Oh, it's not going to let me do that just yet. Okay, you're gonna be A, you're gonna be E. Flip that to B. It'll do full damage to the Thunderbolt. I wonder if the Thunderbolt's part... Yeah, it is part of the objective. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I could go up and punch it with the Shadowhawk. I don't know if that'd be particularly wise, because I would get hit quite a bit if I did that. Wiser move is probably to hit and retreat. The problem is, if I walk, I won't get far. And I don't think I do enough damage with the punch to do anything meaningful here. Let's see how messed up this guy is. I mean, we could take one of his arms off, or his leg. Oops. Not what I wanted to do. Okay. Turn off the medium laser. And I'm even thinking about doing the precision strike, because I could precision strike his leg and take him out that way, knock him down, and then the dragon would have a shot on him when he was down, and he'd lose that initiative and his guard. So that sounds like a good idea. And if I don't manage to do enough damage, because I do need to do 61, which in theory we could do. No, actually we couldn't do, could we? Because we're doing half damage in this position. So maybe go after the arm instead, which there's nothing there, so there's no point in doing that. Alright, well, I don't know if I'm going to pull anything off here, but Precision Strike will knock him down in initiative anyway, so we'll give it a go. Go after this leg. And then I'm going to jump away. I don't know how far I'm going to get with this much heat, but we'll see.
Engaging target.
All of my shots didn't land anyway.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Okay, now we can jump. I'm going to watch that heat bar. I might be able to jump into the water and mitigate the heat damage. I'm not positive, though, because I don't know if it tells you if you're going to mitigate that damage or not. But otherwise, I'm not sure how far away I'm going to be able to jump. Maybe to there. Let's just jump in the water and play our cards as they fall, more or less.
Engaging jump jets.
Okay, that worked. Now, I don't have any defense, but hopefully we can... Oh, we lost vision, though. So...
Waiting for orders.
Unless I acquire the vision, it's not going to do me much good. All right. Let's wait, because I don't think I'm going to be able to do enough damage. The Manticore anyway. Okay, well now there is no waiting.
To go.
Move up and do what I can.
Copy that. Taking the shot.
Warning.
All right, that's
Enemy
unfortunate.
sensor lock detected.
I was going to say, the way he's moving, he's not going to get vision on me, but he didn't need to get vision on me. Oh, wow, we got lucky there. A lot of that missed. All right, well, that was a lucky break. Okay, so the Firestarter is a little bit better in position now, but unfortunately, still, I think, nowhere near where I need to be to hit with the Flamers and the Thunderbolt, because the Thunderbolt's kind of moving in an interesting pattern. So for now, I just reserve.
Aye, aye. Holding.
I'm going to continue to reserve because they don't have line of sight on me. So whatever these other things are.
Copy that.
Unfortunately, this stuff is kind of costing me being able to wait these guys out. Here he comes. Alright, I guess there was a little bit of risk in waiting with this mech, but now we can react. Alright, so the first thing we should do is the Blitzhawk should attack and move because they are going to follow up with the Manticore on me, and I really don't want to get hit. So, I probably will be able to get away with... just be on the safe side, I'm just going to do SRMs here.
Engaging target.
Okay, now we're going to jump away. And I'm going to jump just about as far as I can.
Engaging jump jets.
Oh, because we were in water, it was adjusted for that. That's unfortunate. Oh well, we didn't die or anything. We're just gonna have to repair the mech, which is not the end of the world. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you gotten a little closer. I should be able to heat you up. Just go ahead and jump right next to him. Why not? Heat's going to be a little bit of a concern.
Got it.
But the medium lasers are going to be the only thing that really heat me up. So as long as we can keep an eye on that. Okay, we should be alright to fire everything here. Fortunately, we're attacking the fresh side, but the heat damage is going to be still important. There we go. Took heat damage from excess heat. And if we can get the dragon close enough, we can hit him with flamers as well, but I don't think we're going to be able to pull that off. Let's do Glitch here. And I think Glitch should go after the Manticore here. Just do as much damage as possible. Might be able to take it out.
Firing on target.
Or not. Okay.
Standing by.
With where I am. Okay. I might do split fire. I might go after the Manticore with the LRM-15 and then go after the Thunderbolt with everything else. I feel like I should move here, though. I should get closer. So I may actually split that fire differently because we've gotten pretty close to the Manticore. Yeah, I'm gonna move up because I would like to get those flamers in and working. I may be able to hit him again with the fire starter, and from that be able to do some good work. So you're gonna be A, you're gonna be B, and B's gonna be the LRM-15. All right.
Engaging multiple targets.
There we go. There we go. I was going to say, I think that has a good chance of killing. Almost knocked him down, too.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
All right. So I think Medusa should stick around here. We'll attack from the rear. Definite risk in doing this, but we'll build up some evasion. And we may be able to shut him down, which is pretty important. May have to turn off the medium lasers, though. Oh no, we'll be able to get away with it because I didn't jump.
All weapons are go.
Heads up, Commander. You've got hostile contacts inbound.
Alright, so we do have reinforcements on this mission, unfortunately. Those are going to be the contacts that we weren't really knowing what was up with them. I wonder if this is one of those matches where there's reinforcements but they're glitched, because I have seen that before. where the reinforcements, they're supposed to come from off the edge of the map, but they never do. They just get like stuck. It happens mostly, yeah, see, there's the reinforcements. It happens mostly when they are vehicles for some reason. Okay, well, it looks like we're going to have to do some turning around. I'm going to go ahead and sprint into the water here, though. Pull myself off. It's kind of unfortunate that we took that damage.
Commander.
You are going to sprint. Yes, come up here. We're going to sprint here. You are going to move in behind. This delay is good for me because it allows me to cool off a bit. Okay, we have that contact. So they're not stuck. And it looks like a mech. Unknown.
I've got more hostiles on my screen.
Yeah, see, that's a problem with not having Decker, is we don't have enough of enough information there. A 45-ton mech. So these are the medium mechs that we were seeing before. It might just be 2. We'll have to see. There's no point in going before they do. So this is definitely a medium mech, 55 tons. Okay. Serve again.
Acknowledged.
Alright, so we have initiative advantage then with the fire starter. Ideally, I'd want to jump down on him to be able to hit him with all my weapons. I do have to concern myself with the heat, though, we'd build up.
Jumping.
We'll go ahead. We'll get vision of both of my opponents by doing this. Okay, so we've got a Shadowhawk here. Shadowhawks tend to run cool, so this, you know, it'll heat him up nonetheless. You could hit him with a precision strike. I don't think that's necessary, though.
Acknowledged.
Okay, there's 40 heat. I mean, that is significant, even on a... Oh, there's a heavy mech. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I didn't expect a full lance. So we are going to have
Barely hit, Commander.
quite a fight on our hands, unfortunately. It looks like there's another heavy mech after that one, too. So I'm going to guess we have another Thunderbolt there, and then who knows what this is. Okay, well, again, I think we can do this. It's going to be a tough fight.
Good to go.
I'm going to back up like that. And I'll try and hit both these guys. They both have guard up, so we'll split fire. I'll put most of my damage on the Shadowhawk, though, the thing that we've already done damage to. So this is a case where I should have reserved longer than I did, and I got a little dumb, I guess, with what I did, but oh well. So you're going to be A, and then B there.
No problem. I've got enough guns for everyone.
I didn't pay attention. Yeah, they do have full armor, too. That's unfortunate. Alright. Is this an assault mech? Because it's not going during this. Oh, that's worrying.
Receiving you.
Well then. Move up. We'll again go after the Shadowhawk, because that is
On my way.
a target that we can need to pile up damage on.
Engaging target.
Alright, want to reserve?
Standing by.
Okay, so whatever this was is already gone. So that's not as bad as it could have been. Okay. Well, now we're going to have to sprint, get into a position. I'm not going to be able to get into anything this turn with this mech, so head.
Full throttle.
All right, so unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to keep that flame going on the Shadowhawk, but we will be able to keep the... I have to watch my heat. That should be all right. We won't overheat with that. I don't think they'll be able to establish line of sight on me. I don't think so.
Lifting off.
And then we'll sensor lock the Shadowhawk to keep pouring on the damage. That's the idea.
Got a lock.
Okay. I'm going to reserve. This time we're going to be a little bit smart about it. Fortunately, they were able to get vision of the trebuchet. So my response is going to be to back up with the trebuchet. Fortunately, this mech gets to go next. 55-ton mech. They have vision of my dragon as well, so we're going to take damage here regardless.
Systems holding.
Now, this is one of those circumstances where I could withdraw and I wouldn't have to do this anymore, because I've done one of the objectives. This is kind of a bonus. Okay. Well, go ahead and do
What
that.
can I do for you?
So if I move back, I am... okay, he wouldn't be able to see me there anymore. I want to be able to split my fire, because I do want to hit the Shadowhawk here as well. Another choice, though, is to go with the dragon instead, because they can see the dragon. And we'll continue to be able to see the dragon. And we just stay in attack, because then we'll get more defense. Okay, I'm going to do multi-target here. We want to keep hitting the Shadowhawk. You're A. And you are going to be B, and we're going to hit with the things that can't fire at the other one. Okay. Fire away.
Roger that.
So they will be able to hit the trebuchet, perhaps. But I want to kind of get the most out of what I'm doing here. So I expect that Thunderbolt to attack Trebuchet. Oh, it's not going to. Okay.
I'm showing minor damage.
All right.
Good to go.
So I'm going to go ahead and do this move now, which is going to remove me from their vision. And we'll split between these two. That way we're doing full damage. So split. You're going to be A, and E, and... Okay. Fire.
Line them up and I'll shoot them down, Commander.
And the Shadowhawk's already pretty hurt. We're doing internals here. Okay. Then I'm gonna just do a walk so that I can keep my heat down, and then I'm going to vigilance and then hit this guy as hard as I can. Vigilance. Lasers on. And fire. Okay, almost knocked him down. And I actually have a pretty good chance of knocking him down on this turn. But you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video here. We'll pick it up in the next video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner signing out.